We're going to go live and share straight from the heart. It's setting up our meeting for Facebook Live right now.
We're live.
We're live.
Yeah.
It's happening. Party. It's really happening. Let me move one quick thing here. Okay, guys. Everybody can see okay, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So exciting. Hi, friends.
Hi, everyone.
Happy Thursday. Thank you for jumping on. Today is a super, super special day for me because exactly 1 year ago today, I went live right here on Facebook and shared that I had made a really monumental decision to transition professionally into something called social retail. And I have 4 amazing friends here with me today, Stacy, Stephanie, Tracy, Lisa, Jenny. We're all gonna share what's happened this past year. And we're curious, okay? We're curious if you can relate to anything we're sharing. So make sure you tell us. Tell us in the comments below, because we're curious if any of y'all have experienced the same thing. Okay, so jumping in to this opportunity and really pivoting and partnering in social retail, you've heard me say this before, it was a really big, hard decision for me. And it was a big, hard decision, not only because I genuinely loved my previous company, but it also meant giving up very substantial income that I'd worked really hard for a decade to build, but I did it, you guys. I did it right here a year ago in front of all of you. I took a big breath and I did it. And I did it because before I even started, before I even said yes, I had a gut level certainty, okay? A gut level certainty that social retail was the future of business, okay? And I got so much support. I really did. I got so much support from all of you this past year. It has meant the world to me. And some of you thought I was really crazy for taking that big risk. Some of you thought I was really right for taking that big risk. And 1 year later, guys, I want to tell you that I was actually crazy right. I was crazy right. Social retail has exceeded absolutely every expectation I ever had, like beyond my wildest dreams in every possible way. So today, I want to help you understand a little bit about what it is. So what is social retail? Comment below, again, participation, comment below if someone has ever asked you where you got something. That happens a lot, right? If somebody's ever asked you where you got something and you ended up sending them a link, you sent them a link to Amazon or wherever you bought that cool thing, right? It happens all the time. Now imagine this. Imagine when you send somebody the link, it gives your friend a discount on whatever it is they're buying, and it gives you, the shopper, you know, somebody that's already bought it, 25% back of whatever your friend spent in kind of thank you dollars, I call them, in shopping credits. Picture that. That is social retail, guys. Yep. That's social retail. It's where e-commerce, direct sales, affiliate marketing, and refer a friend, where they all kind of collide and they create something really special and really unique and really new where everybody wins. Yep. So, you know, I like to think of it as this. At a minimum, you need to be getting in touch with us to start shopping through social retail, right? Because of what I just said. And if you see what we see and you're excited and you want to be a little bit more intentional about how you're sharing, ask us about jumping in as an actual social marketer like we did. I want to share with you before I kick it over to Lisa, one of the company's core values in social retail is disruptive. Again, participation. Comment below if you have ever thought of that as a negative word. I know I did, right? I used to come home on my report card all the time. Her grades are great, but she's very disruptive, right? Here's what disruptive means in business. If you've disrupted an industry, it means you literally can't go back to doing it the old way. Right. Crazy. And I'm going to give you an example. Who remembers Blockbuster Video? Time, rewind, right? When Redbox came along, you know what they did? They innovated that industry. Innovation means moving it forward down the same continuum. When Netflix came along, they disrupted that industry with streaming. We can't go back because we're on an entirely different playing field now. That is disruptive, and disruptive is awesome, you guys. Disruptive in business is amazing. Amazon was disruptive. Yep. They started an online bookstore, and what did they do? They totally changed the way people spent money. Yep. Social retail is incredibly disruptive. Amazon changed the way people spent money. Social retail is changing the way people make money.
Right.
It's wild. Remember that example I gave earlier? Imagine sending somebody that link, they get a discount, you're earning shopping credits because this brand is the most viral, rewarding brand on the planet, and they would rather pay you than an advertising agency.
Yeah.
That's social retail. And it's here, you guys. It's so perfectly disruptive that I'm telling you, soon we will not be able to go back to buying consumer goods any other way. Any other way, which honestly makes partnering professionally right here in social retail, in my personal opinion, the opportunity of your professional lifetime.
Yeah.
It has been such a powerful yes from my family. I just mind blown. So for those of you who are still like, what is social retail? That's what it is. And if you can't tell by writing, yet 1 year in, I'm very obsessed. So I'm going to kick it over to Lisa. And she's going to share a little bit. And I know that this past year has just been a whirlwind for her and one that she'll never forget.
Oh my gosh, Kim, I am so inspired by you. And one of the amazing, there's been so much positive, incredible, abundant change that's happened for me in this last year. And honestly, like, we'll try not to get teary-eyed through this because I know we all feel so much gratitude, but just being able to partner with you and have a deeper friendship with you. I mean, we all sort of kind of knew each other before. I mean, Tracy and I had a close friendship, and, Jenny and Tracy had a closer friendship, but like, to be doing life with you women, powerful, amazing, smart, heartfelt, servant-led women, has been truly one of the most incredible experiences that I've ever had. And I'm just so honored to be alongside of you women in this journey. And one of the other core values that our company talks about and has is authenticity. And when you talk about a disruptive model and truly being authentic, when you share the details of that model and what it can do for other people as a consumer and as a partner, I feel so proud to deliver an authentic message every time I'm in conversation with someone. And for those of you who don't know my story, I've been in network marketing for over 18 years now, and I was partnered with one company for over 17. So last summer, I had made my decision a year ago today. I went public with it on July 5th. I hung in there through the holiday weekend. I was hanging on, and it was very hard for me. It was very emotional, and I had a lot of, I had a lot of emotion because I cared deeply for the team that I have built. And like Kim, I walked away from a significant income that it took me, nearly 2 decades to build. And my whole reason for waking up every day, being someone that came out of the corporate professional world and was able to build a business that allowed me to stay home with my 2 daughters and raise them on my terms. That's what I love about this profession. I want deeply to turn around and provide that opportunity for other moms if they choose to embrace it. And I was not finding it possible for me to do that in the model that I came from. And although my income was, above average by network marketing terms,
She froze.
West Coast glitch.
Let's see if I can help her.
She'll come back.
She will come back.
It's a cute position to freeze in.
Yes.
I'm always like, if I freeze, please let it be in a cute position.
Right. She just might not know she's frozen. Let's see if we can help her.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Ah, we lost her. Okay.
She's gonna come back on.
She will come back on.
Well, while she's jumping back on, I want to say this.
Okay.
When we wrap, guys, check the comments because
Right.
I'm going to put a video in there that all of us watched a couple months ago and made us laugh. and I want you to watch it's a video of a
Oh yeah, the dance one.
concert. It's a video of a concert in a field in upstate New York from years ago. So Lisa's going to pick back up where she left off.
You
But
gotta love how we do this. I'm sorry, that was
love
like
it. It's cool.
like I was making a point, but my point, and then I'll pass it over to our beautiful friend Stephanie, that really, you know, opened the door for all of us in this, was that I feel authentic now when I am talking to a woman, you know, regardless of her age or her status, you know, whether she's a mom or not. I feel authentic that I can say to her, you can build the kind of business that you want to build and create the kind of abundant success that you desire, whether that's a little bit or a lot. I have been able to create an above average income at this new company, and I am allowing other women the opportunity to do the exact same thing. And I'm so proud that I can do that. And I feel authentic and that I'm showing up truthfully, because I felt like I was kind of living this, you know, lie. Like I was telling people how well I was doing, but it doesn't matter if no one else that you're trying to serve is not doing that kind of, and they are frustrated in their efforts. So I'm so grateful for social retail, for allowing me to show up for who I am, for allowing me to pay it forward to the women, so many women out there that are looking for solutions to easily weave in a business that they can do while they're raising their families without having the parties, without having to leave all the time to go to meetings, and truly do this from their phones. I am so abundantly grateful. So Steph, I'm going to pass it over to you. None of us would be here without you. It just blows me away, your bravery and the experience that you went through last summer. And we are just so honored to be partnered with you. So my friend, I'm going to pass it over to you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is like a total dream that we're all here a year later, and the success that we've all seen. It's absolutely incredible. And Lisa, you were being totally humble when you were talking about the success that you've had. But so what I find is very interesting is that most people that get into the traditional network marketing space, they fall into it accidentally, which was my story. I mean, I feel like I don't know what the stats are, but it's probably 90% or more fall into it. They're not looking for a business. They're not looking for a way to necessarily make money. They have a great experience with the product. Right. They start sharing that product with other people, and then they organically grow this business from there. So what's interesting is that was my story. And I organically grew a customer base, then a team, and had great success, but then got to this place where I was just exactly where Lisa was. So I won't go through everything that she just went through, but I was completely stuck, not feeling as though I was able to help my team achieve the success that I had had. And so for the first time, I looked up to look around, because before then I just had my head down for 7.5 years. And then when I looked up, I saw this other thing called social retail. It totally intrigued me. So I started looking in, by the way, with the mindset of taking the information I had learned and applying it to where I was. But I quickly saw that the model I was in was not going to allow that to happen. And so then I had a decision to make. And I started to realize that with my lack of research, which again, if most of us are kind of falling into the industry with just because we had a great experience with the product, then most of us aren't doing our research. So I never looked at the comp plan. If I had, I probably wouldn't have honestly understood it. I'll tell you that. I didn't look at, how the company was performing within Forbes. I didn't look at the Moody's report. I didn't look to see how innovative the company had been and was going to be. I didn't look at their technology. I didn't look at any of the research. I just kind of fell into it. So that's all fine and good, but that can create a problem in the future if you don't take time to look at those things. So if you're here today and maybe you've never been in this industry before, I encourage you to look and research the company that you're going to partner with, and take into consideration, is the company disruptive? What do they have planned for the future? Because those things do matter, and the models do matter. So, in traditional network marketing too, I will say this, that it's often a slow grind to build any sort of significant income whatsoever. What's really cool with social retail is they've disrupted that too. You are able to earn you're able to earn a lot more with far fewer people because of the model. And you're also able to earn more faster because of the model. So it doesn't have to be a slow grind for years and years and years and years and years before you earn, a great income. It can actually happen they've condensed the timeline because again, the model matters. So anyway, and to Kim's point, I'll also just close on this. Disruption can feel scary. Like when you hear that word, it automatically, I don't know what that signals in your brain. When put in the chat what that signals. When you hear disruption, what do you think of in your mind? What I think of is change. And change can be super scary and it can freak a lot of people out. But I'll tell you, in this ever-changing, fast-paced world that we're in today, if you're not partnered with a company that disruption is a value, then you will be left in the dust for sure, 100%. And so for me, when I hear disruption, that used to freak me out. Now it actually makes me feel secure because I know that we're always 10 steps ahead of everybody else because that's what we're focused on being, is a disruptor to the market. So that is pretty much it. And I'm going to pass it to Jenny.
Thanks, Steph. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot believe it's been 1 year. I mean, you guys know my favorite word, banana pants, and that completely applies to what we've experienced. And I just feel so lucky to be partnered with you women. I really did only know Tracy beforehand. And I am just so, proud of our courage, of our resilience, of our commitment, not just to each other, but to our collective teams. I mean, it's just absolutely remarkable. And, if I could go back and tell myself a year ago, the level of a success I would have created here in the life I'm creating for my family, I don't think I would have believed it.
No.
I don't think I would have believed it. But you guys, what has really been a game changer for me as I was really starting to think about this is our community and our support system. I mean, we just, I'm honored every single day to show up and serve at a higher level, but we've got a tribe of, supportive, inspiring, authentic women and men, who all have bigger vision.
Yeah.
And, in our previous company, I had achieved the level of success, that they defined as the top position in the company. And that's all fine and good. But if I'm being completely honest, I still felt very small and very unseen and very non-important, not unimportant, but non-important. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have a strong support system. I was not surrounded by people who had bigger vision, bigger dreams like myself. And I was, like Stephanie said, I was grinding and doing my hardest to try to figure out how to take this thing next level. Trace knows we had a lot of conversations trying to figure out how I could take this thing next level, not just for me, but for the women I had brought with me. And you guys, that's really challenging to do all by yourself. It really, really is. And, that's what's different here. Like, we've created a team culture, a community that's inclusive and it's supportive. People are seen and they're appreciated simply for who they are. I mean, we all, even the 5 of us on this Zoom, we all have different skills and different levels of leadership. But I feel like I'm celebrated and appreciated for what I can and what I do contribute and how I try to stretch myself. And that, I think you guys would agree, I'm a different person than I was a year ago. I'm absolutely a different person. And you guys, that what I've seen, and the thing that makes me the most happy is it's spiraled out to all of our teams, to the women we've brought on board. I mean, I hear it all the time that people feel valued, they feel supported, they have the freedom to be their authentic self. I mean, how many times have I heard someone tell a new team member, oh my gosh, wait till you meet these women, your mind is going to be blown. And what's even crazier to me, and it gives me even more excitement for where we're going, is it's not just us, it's like collective collaboration company-wide. I mean, we were welcomed, the 5 of us were welcomed into this community of next level leaders that share their talents, their knowledge, their skills with everybody, and talk about abundance mindset. We talk about that all the time. Such an abundant mindset here. And we've also experienced that from a corporate level. I mean, I feel very seen and very heard, like we matter, and that they really have our best interests at heart, not now, but for years into the future. And so, like, as I was thinking about this morning, like, one word kept popping into my head, and it was trust. And I don't think I'd ever really gone there before. But, when you hear the words we've all been using, compassion, support, authenticity, feeling valued, like those are the things that create trust. And so I have so much trust in our team. I have so much trust in the collective leadership of this company. And I have so much trust in our corporate partners that, I can't even imagine what the next 5 years is going to look like. And what I've really realized is, alignment matters, right? Alignment matters, vision matters, leadership matters. And yes, we all want to go where the leaders are, but we want to go where the leaders are actually doing the do, walking the walk and talking the talk. And that's what's happening here. And I'm so proud of us. And I'm so grateful that we decided to give up good to chase great. And with that, I'm just going to turn it over to my favorite, Tracy Poncherelli. Love you.
I love you guys so much. So before we started this, we're like, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love these women so much. And this is so much fun. I'm going to tell a little bit of my story and then wrap it up for everybody. But I hope you can see just like the quality of human beings. And I think this is one of the key company trait that I want to talk about is being extraordinary. And I can tell you, before I joined this business, I was sitting in a place of feeling very mediocre. And I'm not mediocre, and neither are you. If you're watching this, that you weren't put on this planet to muddle through and feel like you are not doing what you know in your heart you should be doing. It's just not why we're here. And anything other than, really chasing your own personal greatness is a waste of your time here. And that's how I felt. And because of it, I was miserable. And not in my whole life, but when it came to my work, I really was. And that was really, it was so incongruent with who I am as a person. It was like a thorn in my side that I just couldn't get rid of. And we were talking about like growth, and I just want to say, to be extraordinary, like you have to grow. Disruption will happen with or without you, because that's what happens. You look at the world you live in now compared to what it was like when you were, say, 10 years old. It's completely different because disruption happens because we all evolve. Like if you're sitting in a place and hoping it will stay exactly the same, or you're going to keep doing the same things and hoping it's going to change, it's not. And so one of our favorite stories is the story of General Sherman. So I'm just going to tell this quick story and then we'll kind of wrap up the stuff. But General Sherman is the biggest tree in the United States, right? I don't think it's in the world, in the United States. It grows by width and height, amazing amounts every single year. It continues to grow and grow and grow. And so our mentor, Justin Prince, talks about if you put a little General Sherman tree into a pot, the General Sherman tree would grow to the size of the pot, and then it would stop. And if you put it out into a bigger pot, it would grow into a bigger pot. And what I've seen personally for myself in all of these women is what our potential actually looked like when we put ourselves into a bigger pot. And the growth we've had, the people we've become, the way we've changed in the past 12 months is nuts. And if you had told me when I was turning 50 years old that this next year of your life will be some of the most growth you have, I would have been like, just like Jenny, I would have said, you're crazy. I've done way too much. That can't be true. And it's true. And you're designed to grow and build off of all of the experiences you've had. And so if you're sitting there thinking, like, I could do it, like there's something in me, I really encourage you to come talk to us, because we want to help you grow in all areas of your life. We want to help you. We want you to be extraordinary in your health. So we want you to get your hands on these products. We want you to be extraordinary in your service to others. We want you to be extraordinary in the abundance that you create. We fully believe there is no such thing as like the pot just continues to grow, right? We are General Sherman. We just continue to expand to the opportunity. And if you're saying to yourself, well, you guys already joined a year ago, the opportunity, the growth probably already happened. It is not true, right? So here's what I want you to know. This business was growing for years before we joined, right? And it started to hit, we started to hit some real kind of initial momentum. Okay, so initial momentum in the past year where the ideas started to make sense. The timing of the model started to make sense with what was happening in the marketplace. And here's what's cool. We learned a couple weeks ago about what's called the S curve of businesses. And we are literally just at the beginning of what we call hyper growth. And so this business is really going to start to take off at the end of this year and in the beginning of next year. And here's what's so cool about our company. They're already thinking about how they disrupt that in the future. And so we are just going to keep riding this curve of unbelievable growth. And we want you to be, if you want to be a part of it, we want you to be a part of it. You can sit with us. There's room at our table. And we really just love to help other people find their personal best. So I'm so in love with this group of women. I'm so honored to be with you guys. I cannot believe it's been a year. It feels like it's been 5. Yeah. But I love you guys, and we can't wait to talk to you more about it. We hope this was helpful. And Stephanie, I'm just going to go back to you. I'm so appreciative of you for having the initial courage and paving the way for the rest of us to follow. It's just been so much. I'll say the last thing, it's been so much fun. It is banana pants.
We all had courage because it took us all courage to do what we did. Every single one of us. It's insane, and so grateful that you guys all said yes too. It's been amazing.
And y'all, that video that I'm talking about, we're all going to jump off right now as a 1-year celebration. We're going to watch it and cry tears of gratitude and laugh. But I want you to watch it because it's a great visual on what this last year has felt like. Yeah. It's a really great visual. So I'll put it in the comments when we jump off here, but thank you guys for spending some time with us today. It's been a wild and wonderful year, and we've been so thankful for all of your support, like collectively in our communities, all of our friends, all of our families. We couldn't have done any of this without all of you, and we are crazy excited about what's going to come this next year. So we love you guys. Have an amazing day.
Bye guys. Love you.
Bye. Bye.